You keep talking about the state of presence as the key. I think I understand it intellectually, but I don't know if I have ever truly experienced it. I wonder, is it what I think it is, or is it something entirely different?
It's not what you think it is. You can't think about presence, and the mind can't understand it. Understanding presence is being present. Try a little experiment. Close your eyes and say to yourself, I wonder what my next thought is going to be. Then become very alert and wait for the next thought. Be like a cat watching a mouse hole. What thought is going to come out of the mouse hole? Try it now. Well?
I had to wait for quite a long time before a thought came in.
Exactly. As long as you're in a state of intense presence, you're free of thought. You're still, yet highly alert. The instant your conscious attention sinks below a certain level, thought rushes in. The mental noise returns. The stillness is lost. You're back in time. To test their degree of presence, some Zen masters have been known to creep up on their students from behind and suddenly hit them with a stick. Quite a shock. If the student had been fully present and in a state of alertness, if he had kept his loin girded and his lamp burning, which is one of the analogies that Jesus uses for presence, he would have noticed the master coming up from behind and stopped him or stepped aside. But if he were hit, that would mean he was immersed in thought, which is to say absent, unconscious. To stay present in everyday life, it helps to be deeply rooted within yourself. Otherwise, the mind, which has incredible momentum, will drag you along like a wild river.
What do you mean by rooted within yourself?
It means to inhabit your body fully, to always have some of your attention in the inner energy field of your body, to feel the body from within, so to speak. Body awareness keeps you present. It anchors you in the now. In a sense, the state of presence could be compared to waiting. Jesus used the analogy of waiting in some of his parables. This is not the usual bored or restless kind of waiting that is a denial of the present and that I spoke about already. It is not a waiting in which your attention is focused on some point in the future and the present is perceived as an undesirable obstacle that prevents you from having what you want. There is a qualitatively different kind of waiting, one that requires your total alertness. Something could happen at any moment, and if you're not absolutely awake, absolutely still, you will miss it. This is the kind of waiting Jesus talks about. In that state, all your attention is in the now. There's none left for daydreaming, thinking, remembering, anticipating. There's no tension in it, no fear, just alert presence.
Well, said Coppalima, and launched into the story of the Tsoritian Wars. You see, what happened was, he'd taken her back home and her father. This wasn't the old king, this was the one before, the one with the, what's her name? He married some girl from over El Harib way. She had a squint. What was her name now? Began with a P. Or an L. One of them letters, anyway. Her father owned an island out on the bay there. Papilos, I think it was. No, tell a lie, it was Crinix. Anyway, the king, the other king, he raised an army, and they... Eleanor, that was her name. She had a squint, you know. But quite attractive, they say. When I say married, I trust I do not have to spell it out for you. I mean, well, it was a bit unofficial. Anyway, there was this wooden horse, and after they'd got in... Did I tell you about this horse? It was a horse. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was a horse. Or maybe it was a chicken. Forget me own name next. It was what's-name's idea, the one with the limp. Yeah, the limp in his leg, I mean. Did I mention him? There'd been this fight. No, that was the other one, I think. Yes. Anyway, this wooden pig, damn clever idea. They made it out of tip of my tongue, wood. But that was later, you know. The fight! Oh, nearly forgot the fight. Yes, damn good fight. Everyone banging on their shields and yelling. What's-name's armour shone like shining armour. Fight and a half, that fight. Between Thingy, not the one with the limp, the other one, what's-name, had red hair, you know, tall fellow, talked with a lisp. Hold on, just remembered, he was from some other island. No, not him, the other one with the limp. Didn't want to go. He said he was mad. Of course he was bloody mad, definitely. I mean, a wooden cow? Like what's-her-name said, the king, no, not that king, the other one. He saw the goat. He said, I fear the Ephebians, especially when they're mad enough to leave a bloody great wooden livestock on the doorstep. Talk about nerve, they must think we was born yesterday. Set fire to it. And, of course, what's-name had nipped in round the back and put everyone to the sword. Talk about a laugh. Did I say she had a squint? They said she was pretty, but it takes all sorts. Yes, anyway, that's how it happened. Now, of course, what's-name, I think he was called Melicanus, had a limp. He wanted to go home. Well, you would. They'd been there for years. He wasn't getting any younger. That's why he dreamt up the thing about the wooden what's-name. Yes, I tell a lie. Levalius was the one with the knee. Pretty good fight, that fight. Take it from me.